Hi, in today's video I want to show you an activity that I did with young people from here, from the parish, and we really analyze what happened or what will happen after coronavirus. I think it's an activity that you will enjoy much, and you will see a little bit of dynamics on how even young people think today. It's really impressive in the way how they do the things. In the way how we work is we meet before with a group of leaders, and they will be the ones who actually run the activity after my talk. So they will be able to get the form and help the kids, the teenagers, to talk about those emotions. And there we go. I hope you like the video. Perfect. Everybody, pay attention to me. Eyes on me. I want you to stop doing everything that you're doing just to pay attention to me. Are we good with that? Yes? Thumbs up? Perfect. So there is a couple things that I want to talk to you. Number one is how many of you in the last 2 months have felt that is crazy and you probably were afraid? Put your hands up if you have felt like that. If you have felt afraid in the last 2 months, okay, put your hands down. How many of you at one point you have been dead tired of the computer? You do not want to see more computers or being in front of a computer. Put your hands up. Okay, perfect. How many of you have actually go outside where there is light and you have seen to the skies and you actually see stars, something that never happened in Los Angeles? Put your hands up. Okay, how many of you during the pandemic at the beginning at night you can hear the birds just singing around like nothing has happened, all amazing, like something that we have never heard before? How many of you fell or stopped hearing the birds once the whole pandemic went off and people start working again and making noise, that you don't hear no more no more the birds? Okay, now in the last 2 months, almost 3 months, we have learned so much about ourselves and we have learned so much about who we are that if we really don't stop and think about it, the life just passed through and we haven't even realized. I want to ask you a question. How many of you actually have got the opportunity to think about what you have learned in this pandemic? Put your hands up or reflect about that. Not that many. So today we have the opportunity to do this. Today we have the opportunity to see what have you learned. For example, what is something that you learned from this pandemic? Who would like to share with me? What is something that you learned from this pandemic? Brian, go ahead.
Yeah. The one thing that I've realized is like how many people really have your back and how many people don't, and how many people care about you and how many people really don't care about you. So that's like the main thing I've been seeing is that, people here and there be like saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Yada yada yada. And then you have some other people that you think that are really close to you that really don't got your back. So yeah, that's one thing I've been taking away from this whole pandemic thing.
Perfect. So you have learned that there are some people who care for you and there's other people who don't. Okay.
Yeah.
But now the question to you is also, how can you keep these learnings for the future? Because to be honest with you, once the pandemic is kind of over, it's kind of like we go back to the normal self and we just forget about what we have learned. To give you an example, nature. I mean, I haven't seen so many lizards around this area in all my 20 years that I have been living here. And now suddenly, once we are not here, those lizards are coming all over the place. That is kind of actually cool. But then, as a human beings, we actually do not take care of nature. Are you following me with this or not? How many of you have the opportunity to actually sit with your parents and have a really nice family meal and family time because there is no one else who they can bother? Put your hands up. Okay? Or how many of you really have given yourself the opportunity to, I was hearing yesterday, someone says, now I'm doing yoga and I'm doing training, I'm doing exercise, you know? Or how many of you actually the only thing that you have been doing is watch Netflix?
Can I share something
Yes,
with everybody?
Francisco, go ahead.
Uh, so basically, before hold on, yes, just basically before this quarantine happened, like I was never really around my family. I would always go out, And now that all this happened, it gave me time to sit and actually have a dinner with my family. Like, but it's a good thing. I mean, I'm like in quarantine because I got closer with my family. I feel like I haven't been there, but like it's a good thing that like quarantine happened.
Nice, nice, Francisco. And that is the thing that I want to be today with you. Everybody, round of applause. Thank you, Abby, to remind me. Round of applause. Nice, nice, Francisco. So that is the idea. I want you guys to reflect about what you have learned and how of what you are going to keep with you. Are you following me or not? Okay. So today I am going to put you in different subgroups or breakout rooms where you will have assistant counselors leading this activity. Is that okay with you guys? Thumbs up, is that okay? There we go. I like those smiles too. Good. Okay, so Miley, go ahead and start dividing people in their groups. Everybody, turn on your cameras. I want to see everybody. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, Andrea, we forgive you because your camera is not working. But the rest of you, come on, turn the cameras on. Okay, now, really quick. Miley, do you want to work with the groups to see how they go?
Yes, okay, so can group 1 share what y'all learned about each other?
Yes, I think we were group 1. And what we learned, what I noticed most about our group most was that like everybody was getting closer to their family during the pandemic. They were able to work on like their assignments more from home and like, yeah, just like being able to like do things on their own schedule. And then they were working on like self-care. We were all working on like self-care and like working out or like doing things that make them happy.
Okay. Round of applause. Really good. Miley?
Group 2?
I'll go. So what we learned about each other is how, like Ashley said, most of us were getting closer to our family, and then most of us were trying to stay productive and stuff. So that's something that we all learned.
Round of applause. Good, good. Good. Miley?
Group 3, can you share next, please?
Allison, you wanna go?
Oh, it's up to you.
No, I'm cool. You can go.
Okay. Something we learned was that in the beginning, we were all kind of like overwhelmed and scared at the start of the pandemic since everything was up in the air and uncertain, and like uncertainty was like everything. But and that we were all excited for the pandemic to be over, and it's been a lot of time to like self-reflect and be with yourself during this time.
Good, good. Round of applause. There we go. Good.
Group 4?
I think I was group 4. Something that a few things that our group learned about each other was that quite a few of our members were actually like not too bummed out about the pandemic just because they saw it as an opportunity. A lot of them had the mindset of seeing it as a good opportunity to take advantage of the time that was there. At the same time, it was still like I learned that it was still pretty difficult for all of us, and so keeping a positive mindset was also a key factor that they talked about as well. And the last thing is being vulnerable. Just kind of starting, just kind of talking with your family more, and just kind of seeking help when you can find it is also something that we learned about ourselves. So just kind of that vulnerability aspect is something that we really learned, and we were able to be vulnerable in our group. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Round of applause. Really good. Round of applause. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay.
Group 5?
Okay, so that was my group. And one of the things we learned was to be more appreciative. So we realized basically like to be more appreciative of our family, friends, school even, because, you never know when that could be taken away. And the next one was productivity. We especially like schools, online classes and stuff. We learned to be more productive and take time for ourselves, which goes into the next thing, which was self-care. And whether it was like baking or working out, or we all learned to take care of ourselves more.
Good. Round of applause. Good.
Group 6, can you present next, please?
I'm presenting for Group 6. One thing that we all had in common was we're all spending more time with our family during the quarantine. Another thing is that we are all developing new hobbies. And the third thing is that we're all being more productive. We all have like better time management now. And yeah.
Perfect. Round of applause. Good job. Good job. Perfect.
And lastly, group 7.
So we said we should, we learned to appreciate our friends more. We learned that there's always like room for improvement on ourselves. And as a whole, like whether it was a little bit or a lot, all of our like anxieties like did get better.
Nice. Round of applause. Round of applause. Question: why did their anxieties got better?
Well, for like a lot of us, like myself included, I would always like surround myself with other people as kind of like a way of coping. So like I never actually sat down and like dealt with it. So like now that I'm basically been stuck at home, it gave me time to really deal with it, if that makes sense.
Wow. So just to listen, you have never dealt with it because you didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah.
But now that you are forced to sit at home and do it, you have to deal with it. Is that right?
Yeah. Basically.
How many of you experienced that? That you were forced to deal with your own insecurities and your own things? Okay, good. Perfect. After we finished the presentation, we actually did an activity that is really recommended to everybody, even to myself. I did it and I liked it. In this activity, I asked the people to please write down what is something that they want to keep in their lives after coronavirus is gone, which we know that it won't be gone, but in a sense, after we will be able to go back and regain our life in somehow in the way how it was before. In my case, I did this, and it's really interesting because one of the things that I realized is that I need to invest time in myself, that I need to actually take care of myself. And I asked the question, what does JC needs? And answering that question is something that I want to be able to keep it. I hope you like this video. I hope you like it. It's a little bit long, but it gives a great insight of where the young people are and how we can accompany the young people in these moments of pandemic. Thank you.